Brodie Brazil here to recap Game 17 on the season. The Sharks back in Minnesota for the second time already this season. And wait until you see how this result plays out. You really do have to appreciate the Sharks sticking with this one to earn a 2-1 overtime victory, their 8th W on the season already. Here is the breakdown. You know, the FIFA World Cup is coming to the Bay Area this summer. Pretty sure no Sharks players will be participating. However, take a look at William Eklund here. I'm counting 3 amazing headers by the end of this clip alone. Oh yeah, the Super Bowl. It's also coming to Santa Clara in less than 3 months. I'll say Mac is the QB here, and Sam Dickinson is the tight end. Little Kittle and Purdy, or Mac Jones, right? Let's get back to hockey, and a lot of handshakes and high fives before this one, and why not? The Sharks with 7 wins in their last 10 games, including 3 straight victories. They haven't been on a stretch like this in years, and it's feeling good. San Jose's been scoring just enough goals lately, but also holding their opponents to 2 or fewer in 6 straight games entering this contest, and also beating playoff caliber teams like New Jersey, Colorado, Winnipeg, and Florida in this last little stretch. This game was the start of 3 in a row on the road, but hopefully a continuation of the way San Jose had been playing since their last big road trip. Really good to have Macklin Celebrini already at 24 points through his first 16 games. He's been getting a lot of positive attention lately. And great for the Sharks to get William Eklund back. To the highlights, and Askarov in nets for San Jose, and he was tested early. Zeev Buium throwing that one on net. Nasky turned it aside early. Then the Wild on a power play a few minutes later. Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov tries to one-time that loose puck. Then the Wild on this quick entry. Vinny Hinostroza tries to will this one into the back of the net, but Askey still standing tall. Will give you one more look from a different angle. Great help there by Shakir Mukhamadullin, and Askey with that toe save was clutch. And then finally, San Jose's best chance of the first period. On the power play, it's Macklin over to Eki, and this one-timer from a tough angle. 72 does get a second look before the puck gets gloved, but good to see the Sharks getting some chances in what was a very closely played first period. More from Eklund as he's now behind the cage, feeding John Klingberg. That one-timer is stopped by Philip Gustafsson. And finally, some more work by Askey. The puck comes away from this little wall battle and right over to Jakub Trenin. He's got a grade A look at the net, but Askey is there to absorb it, and we have no score after 20. And overall, so far, it just kind of felt like a closely played game between 2 17-point teams. Really good road effort by the Sharks, slightly on their heels, getting outshot by a few, but not a whole lot to read into with this game yet. Just about 3 minutes into the second stanza, the hardworking trio of Dellandrea, Graf, and Skinner almost got rewarded here. We show it to you one more time. Graf laid that puck that was just sitting there in the blue paint. Skinner almost able to get there and put it away, but he couldn't. Then the Wild get on the scoreboard first. They're here on the power play, and it's all about that cross-slot pass from Zuccarello to Boldy. Very difficult to defend. The Wild have now scored first in each of their last 7 games, and really hard to fault Askey on this one. And when you see the replay, he actually almost got to blocking the Boldy one-timer. Just an unreal shot, top shelf, picking his corner. But the Sharks come right back with a chance of their own. It's Wenberg here on the takeaway, and Wenberg the shot from the slot, but Gustafsson was there to freeze it. Askarov was the star down the stretch of this second period. Marcus Foligno here with a couple good chances and looks, including the wraparound attempt. Askey part of that first stop, and then the post, helping on the Zeev Buium blast. More Askey when Boldy was looking for his second goal of the game. Big pad save for Askarov, and then one more highlight for the Sharks netminder. The Wild are here on the power play. They wheel it around to guess who? Boldy. His one-timer through traffic, stopped by Askarov. So the biggest shame of this game so far was that Askarov was playing great, and the Sharks defensively had continued with their recent theme of being very stingy, but just could not get a goal to get themselves in this game. But then came another recent trend and theme for this team, a late goal that made a huge difference. Check out the Sharks on this power play. The zone entry by Macklin is immaculate. 71 to 72 to 73, back to 71. Over to Will Smith on the back porch. He's just waiting to put this one home. And what a huge moment for the Sharks. Just 8 minutes left in this game. They had played so well. They deserved a chance to be in it. And now finally on the scoreboard after a very impressive tic-tac-toe effort on the power play. That's Smitty's 7th goal in the season. And yes, let's go. As in, let's go to overtime? And you may remember this was how the last game in Minnesota ended just 16 days ago. The Sharks got trapped defensively in their own end, and then a critical change where Matt came on for William Eklund, who came off. 71 capitalized on that turnover and ended it with a goal. Well, here's how this one ended. Sam Dickinson behind the Sharks' cage with plenty of open ice. He sends it up to Macklin, who's there to play it off the wall in stride, and he's got Colin Graff driving the middle lane. Looked like he tried forehand, but eventually scored it backhand, and that is your game. For the second time in less than 3 weeks, the Sharks come into Minnesota, they stun the Wild, and win the contest in overtime. These Sharks are on a roll. That's 4 wins in a row, 8 wins in their last 11. They're just doing all the right things and in clutch situations to take games. Much as we've been saying the future is teal, well, the right now is also looking pretty darn teal.
Can you talk a little bit about your team's comeback there? Minnesota had a great second period. You guys are down 1-0. You get a power play goal, and then it seemed like the flurries happened after that. What was the message in the locker room after the second period?
Yeah, I think we weren't playing our best. I think credit to Goody, put on some music before the third period to try to get us going, and it definitely worked. Obviously, the power play was huge, and then it was good we were able to finish it off.
Well, we got to ask, Colin, are you at liberty to share what the tunes were put on there? What did Goody play?
That's a great question. I don't know the song. I don't know the name of the song. I something with baby in it, but I don't know. It was good. It got me going.
But it gets the boys
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
Colin, congratulations. You guys are a ton of fun to watch. Thanks for this.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Congrats, Colin.
They seem to be a pretty fun team right now, huh?
I do have to throw in the obligatory 2 or fewer comment right here, right now, as in, that's now 7 straight games where the Sharks have allowed 2 or fewer goals to their opponents, something they haven't accomplished since 6 seasons ago. This team obviously has found a way to sharpen up their defensive efforts and keep the scoring going at the same time. And that's why they're getting hugely different results. The next tilt is Thursday in Calgary. We can't wait to see how this keeps rolling.